What's up? In this video, we're going to do a Q&A. All right, so just a casual little Q&A. I have your questions here from the last time I made a YouTube post, and I remember that I didn't get to any of these questions in my last Q&A, the one that I did with Lawrence. So I'm just going to go down this post, all the comments, and then I'm just going to be reading the questions and answering them, all right? So some of them are Transurfing related, some of them are not. Some of them are not even really create your own reality related, but let's just go ahead and answer all of them. So the first question is how to trust that your ultimate goal will manifest, by Mahesh, okay? So how to trust that your ultimate goal will manifest. And this is a problem that a lot of people have, right? There's a problem really everybody with a goal goes through, just that fear of uncertainty. Will it happen? You know, what am I going to do if it doesn't happen? Why would I even work hard now in order to make it happen if there's no guarantee that it will happen? So there's a quote on my wall that I like to resort to every single time any sort of uncertainty arises within me. And the quote says, "I am one with infinity. My desire is one with infinity. Therefore, I am one with my desire." You have to realize that Source is infinite. Source, which is beyond you, beyond your body mind, from which all existence stems out of, is infinite. What you are, also beyond your body and mind, what you are is the infinite potential which has the ability to express infinity through you. You are the individuation of infinity. And you are the potential for anything that could be, or that was, is, and ever will be. In other words, that ever could be. You are the infinite potential for anything that could ever be. And you will create in this life whatever you want if you can allow yourself to create it. So in other words, you will create in proportion to how much you allow yourself to create, how much you allow yourself to manifest. What doesn't allow you to manifest? Your limiting belief systems, all the social conditioning that you were kind of born into. And don't worry don't look at that as a bad thing. It's empowering to, come out of a limited sort of paradigm more and more and more, and realize more of your true nature, and grow along this journey and realize more of yourself and become more empowered throughout the journey. That's essentially why you're here. So don't look at that as a bad thing. But how can you have full confidence that you will reach your goal? The only way to ever fully be certain about that is to grow in your self-awareness, in your realization of self, meaning realization of who you truly are beyond this body and mind. Other than that, you will always have fear of uncertainty. You will always have these fears and anxieties about the future. But once you begin to realize more and more, and you start to raise your awareness, now you automatically don't feel afraid within uncertainty. You actually adore uncertainty. I remember when I just started my journey, I used to be so scared of the future, just always thinking, man, will I make it? Will I ever amount to anything? And, what's going to happen if I go for my passion, right? Because back then, none of this, the YouTube or anything existed. I just knew that I had a passion for this. So I was like, if I go for my passion and nothing comes out of it, what will I do? So all of those fears automatically just subside, because now you start to actually adore uncertainty, because you realize that your freedom lies within uncertainty. When you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, it means that anything can happen. Anything out of your infinite potential can happen tomorrow. So you have to grow in your spiritual realization of your true self. And in proportion that you do that, you will know that your goal is a given. Then you don't have to strive towards anything. Then you can just choose the reality that you actually want. And any times you're feeling uncertain, just recite that quote again and again and again to yourself. Make it an affirmation. Make it your way of living. I am one with infinity. My desire is one with infinity. Therefore, I am one with my desire. All right. So continue to work on that and program that into your mind. So next question is, hi bro, please talk about foods which are toxic to our body by pets. So I've actually made a video about this, about nutrition and about maintaining high vibration. So I'm not going to get too detailed into that. If you'd like that, just look around. I forgot what the video is exactly called, but maybe I'll link it down below. The only foods that you should be avoiding are the foods that make you feel dense in energy and that actually drag you down. The foods that take more energy from you than they give you. The foods that when you look at, you don't think, oh man, that's full of life, right? Like when you look at a fruit or you look at a vegetable, they look fresh, like a fruit juice. It looks fresh. It looks like this is good for you, right? Like those high vibration types of foods, the lighter foods that digest like this, but actually give you energy, make you feel more alive, eat more of those and eat less of whatever just drags you down. A lot of the heavy foods, a lot of the cheeses and carbs and whatnot, okay? Maintain a good balance. You don't have to be like a super strict person, but I would recommend eating less of what makes you feel bad. If you continue to eat what makes you feel bad, that's unconscious behavior. So wake up and make those changes. Go towards what feels good, not necessarily what just tastes good. But now, in 2019, what feels good also has started to taste good. Like there's so many things that taste good now that are really good for you. So eat more of those. Lastly, in regards to nutrition, I will say cut out things like alcohol, excess caffeine, tobacco, anything that really just stimulates your system and then eventually actually depletes your system of energy. Anything that you become dependent on, try to get rid of that, or at least, bring it down more and more. Stacy asked, with the mirror principle, is a real mirror used? No, Stacy, that's just a metaphor for how reality works. Your external reality, meaning your physical reality, including your body, is just a reflection of your internal reality. That's essentially what we mean by the mirror principle. That most people, when they try to change their reality, to try to manifest something new, they just actually start to scramble around within their reflection, their physical reality. Meanwhile, the power lies here, not even in your body, rather with the awareness which you are. And that there's other videos for that too. Go look around on my channel. Watch my mirror reality playlist, okay? Ryan asked, for the people in the corporate world, how would you transcend the often dreadful and greedily powerful pendulum that runs the show? Asking for my dad and likely my future self. So Ryan, I was in your shoes not so long ago, or your dad's shoes. I was stuck in the corporate pendulum as well. And like all my college life, I thought that I belonged in the corporate world. My idea of success was me wearing a suit, working in a tall building in New York City. And I thought that's what symbolized success until towards late in my college. I think when I had one semester left in college, when I was working at an internship in finance for about 2.5 years. And, I was living that lifestyle, what I thought I wanted to live. I realized that this is not what I want, and this is not where happiness is. But at that time, I hadn't even confronted or came upon reality transurfing. However, I still worked to simply make more clear to myself what I truly wanted, right? In order to rid yourself of the corporate pendulum, you don't have to fight the corporate pendulum. Matter of fact, that's just going to get you more entangled within the corporate pendulum. And this applies to any job that you're in. If you don't enjoy it, don't try to fight against that pendulum. Instead, get more clear with yourself about what you want. What life do you want? What do you want to be doing every single day? Don't just think about, I want this life because, I want a lot of money, blah, blah, blah. Like I want to live next to the beach. That's great and all. But what do you want to be doing every single day? Right? Like what would you have to be doing every day in order for you to wake up so happy and excited and fulfilled. That's what you should be doing in your life, not whatever you're currently doing that might be dragging you down or that you dread doing, that you dread waking up for. It's okay if you're in that situation now. Don't be like mad about that, or don't be, hard on yourself for that situation. That's totally okay, because these pendulums they really do have a lot of momentum. And everybody thinks that, I have to go to college and I have to get a job and I have to wait till retirement to have any fun. But no, you don't have to subscribe to those pendulums. Don't believe in what they tell you that you should do. Instead, pave your own path. Be your own chooser. Be the chooser of your own fate, your own destiny. And this will go hand in hand with, you having a greater and greater spiritual realization of yourself, to which you will actually feel certain that you will be able to carry out your passion and, live a beautiful life with it. So the way I avoided the corporate pendulum was to truly get really crystal clear on the life that I wanted to live and what I wanted to be doing every single day, which is what I'm doing now. And, even this is evolving more and more, and my vision is evolving more and more. But start with where you are at. If the vision is not clear yet, just work on it more and more. Get more clear on it. Explore your vision. Take action on your vision. When I started, the only thing that I knew about my passion was, I like to read. And I'm like, how am I going to make a living reading? But at that time, I was like, okay, I'm going to follow my passion. I'm literally just going to go for it. If all I enjoy right now is to read, I'm just going to be reading. And I used to just read for most of my free time. And then that develops into something else. Ideas flow from you acting on what fills you up with joy. And now I'm here. And you will be too, in your own way, in your own journey, if you act on your joy, if you act on your passion. And when you are on this path, as long as you remain crystal clear about what you want and what you love, and you keep following that, no pendulum will be able to stop you. It's going to provoke you. It's going to try to, get you back. But as long as you stay balanced, as long as you keep acting on your joy, you will continue to make progress. Your passion will keep unfolding. And, this whole journey unfolds, which makes you a better you, makes you more valuable to the world. Like, if I hadn't followed my passion, I wouldn't be here talking to you right now. So think about it. What are you holding yourself back from? How are you holding yourself back from benefiting the world? Right? The answer does not lie in the corporate pendulum. The answer lies within you. So follow what your intuition guides you towards. Keep acting on your joy, on your passion, and you won't have to worry about the corporate pendulum. Next question. The old reality I am seeing is an older version of me. Any advice on how I can smoothly transurf to my desired reality? Yes. The answer that I gave to the first question is that you are the infinite potential of all potential realities. Or let me put it in this way. You are the potential for infinite realities. Meaning anything that you can imagine right now is a reality that you carry within your potential in the now. All infinite realities, all parallel infinite realities rest simultaneously within the now. What is the now? The now is you. The now is consciousness, awareness. Now is the space within which all realities manifest, every now moment. The realities that we go through don't move. The realities are stationary. The only thing that seems to be moving, right, is our now. But even the now stays here. But all potential realities, which are infinite potential realities, also exist within the now. And your consciousness is just experiencing one reality, then one reality, then one reality, then one reality, all within the now. So your desired reality, again, it is already a part of you. So how to transurf to it? By becoming a vibrational match to it. Manifestation is not about manifesting things. It is about becoming a vibrational match to your desired reality. So first of all, again, get really clear, crystal clear on what you really want. And then how will that desired reality feel once I have already am living it, once I have already manifested it? Become really clear about all the contents of that reality, how that reality feels like, how your body feels like while living that reality, right? What are you going to be doing every single day? All those sorts of things. So little by little, as this journey unfolds, from this now to the next now to the next now to the next now, and you keep, shifting to new parallel realities, you eventually end up on your desired reality if you are staying clear in your vision, you are following your inspiration, your joy, and you are becoming a vibrational match little by little or all at once to your desired reality. And more importantly, you are actually allowing yourself to experience the well-being that you desire, or, not getting in your own way by always saying, man, how am I going to achieve this? Or this isn't really possible for me. It happens for other people, but not me. That's all your mind just holding back your abundance, protecting you from all the stuff that you have been asking your universe for. Realize that the universe is you. You are the universe. You are the now, which carries infinite potential realities within it, in the now. There is no distance between your current reality and your dream reality. It all exists within the now simultaneously. The only way to experience that desired reality is to become a vibrational match to it, more and more and more. Okay? Next question is by JJ. And JJ asked, how do I raise my vibration? I want to manifest everything that I desire. So I made a couple of videos regarding raising your vibration in recent times, so definitely go watch those, JJ. But I would say that raising your vibration has to do a lot about just clearing out all perspectives that aren't aligned with the truth. How do you know that they aren't aligned with the truth? They make you feel contracted. They make you feel bad. Whenever you are believing something to be true that is not essentially true, that is not aligned with source, the infinity that you are, the infinite potential that you are, it will feel bad whenever you're thinking those thoughts, whenever you're believing those things. So when you're feeling, I'm not worthy, that is lowering your vibration. And that is making you feel bad because it is not aligned with the truth. So on this journey, one of the biggest gifts that you can give yourself is to start just clearing out all of the perspectives, the beliefs, all of the feelings that are just not positive in nature, that don't make you feel expanded, that don't make you feel good, because that means that they are not aligned with truth. That is all the emotional guidance system tries to do. It hints to you, are you aligned with the truth or not? Bad feelings aren't bad. They're just actually proof to you that your emotional guidance system is working. They're hinting at you to change your perspective, to change the way you're looking at things, to change what you are believing in this present moment. So unravel and uncover all the layers of the negative stuff, the limiting stuff, the lack, until you uncover your true self, which is abundant, bliss, joy, well-being. Okay? And there's no greater way to raise your vibration. Do you speak another language? Yes, I speak Hindi and I understand Punjabi. Next. How can I trust more that everything happens? How can I trust more that everything happens for the good? I have doubts that sometimes... Okay, there's... English is kind of mixed up in this one. I have doubts that sometimes come up. I have the media and people that tell me that there are kids facing genocide in Sudan and people have been abused all their lives. I don't mean to be negative, just want some clarity on this topic. These are doubts I would like to get rid of. Sure. So, everything doesn't happen for the good. Everything just happens. Reality isn't happening for the good. It's just happening. Everything that you see is just a reflection of your state of being. Now, to put it into simpler terms, the universe can never reflect good or bad. It just reflects your state of consciousness, your state of being. So at a collective level, right, like what people have created for them are maybe these events that we have labeled to be bad, right? A genocide from a humanly perspective is very bad. But from a higher perspective, there's no such thing as good or bad, because there's no such thing as life or death. There's no such thing as pain or pleasure. So you see, even when we look at things as good or bad, we're coming at it from a very limited point of view. And even then, if there was to be something good or bad, reality does not function for the good. It simply at all times just reflects your consciousness. And at a collective level, at a collective consciousness level, it will always be reflecting the collective consciousness. So if there's a country that is doing, having a lot of negativity and a lot of those things and everything, then that means that that's where they are collectively right now. Not saying that everybody in there is, projecting that and that's where they are vibrationally. However, at a collective level, they are there right now. And that's nothing wrong. That's nothing like they're behind. It's equally beautiful. And whoever is born into that situation, their individuation of infinity, their soul consciousness, assumed form in that particular situation to learn from it, to grow from it, to expand itself from it, to express an aspect of infinity, one reflection of infinity, one expression of infinity through itself. So something that we think that, it's bad, right? All these people dying and all these people suffering. Realize that from a higher perspective, there is no suffering. There is no life and death. So you can continue to feel bad and continue to really hold yourself back from achieving abundance or uncovering your abundance by constantly looking out at the world and saying, man, I'm more fortunate than those people. I don't deserve to be happy either. Or the way that these people are living is making me unhappy. And you can continue to do that. That's a choice you have. Or you can realize that the only way to be a positive influence on the world and actually help those people is to be the best you, is to follow your joy, follow your passion, and become a living expression of abundance, to show the world and others who are not yet at that paradigm that it is possible for them too, that they too are individuations of infinity, that they too in themselves carry infinite potential realities. So see, when you look outside in the world and, people are suffering, realize that it's not so much that they're suffering or that, life is doing this to them. It's just that they are at a lower awareness level right now in this lifetime. That doesn't mean that they're lesser than you. No. That just means that their soul individuation, of infinity, their soul consciousness has manifested or assumed form in that situation to learn from it, to grow from it, to help them expand. Okay? So, it gets really confusing when we talk about those types of things because a lot of factors are involved and whatnot. And it's every single time you try to understand infinity with your mind, you will just get caught up in a trap. And it's a waste of energy. So just know that the only way that you can influence the world positively is to be your most abundant self, is to follow your joy, to live your best life. Not by focusing on, man, those people are suffering, life is cruel, and life maybe works well for me, but not for those people. No, life is not good or bad. There's no universe out there sending you things. It's just what you are sending to yourself, is what your soul consciousness wishes to experience. And you have the ability through your free will to direct this experience. Because your soul consciousness is you at a deeper level, beyond this personality, beyond this ego. Okay, again, we're getting a little deep. Okay, so I believe this is the last question. And I think, so we're on 24 minutes, damn. Okay, this is the last question. I've seen manifestation videos that state that a manifestation is near when you see signs of it. I kept seeing signs of a person that I was manifesting for a while, but I quit manifesting for it because it never came through. It has been there 3 years and I'm still seeing signs of that person, though I lost interest. What does this mean? So, the way people interpret signs is actually widely inaccurate. Okay? If you confuse yourself with, man, what does this mean, right? Like, this particular thing, what does it mean? This particular thing, what does it mean? If you just go through your day and just ask yourself, what does this mean? And then just leave yourself in limbo about what it possibly might mean, what the universe is trying to communicate to you, realize that you're not gonna get anywhere in terms of, you know, getting and achieving your goal. Rather, the most beneficial thing that you can do for yourself in terms of signs is every single time you interpret something as a sign, you think that something could be signaling to you about something, just interpret it to be something really positive for you. Interpret it to be, oh, this is me moving towards what I want. So just by like you seeing a person that you wanted a while ago, but like now it's just this person is coming in your life again and again, and you think it's a sign, you can interpret it like a sign, but know that the sign will receive the meaning that you give it. So you are the chooser of what meaning you want what sign to have. So while you're on this journey, give meaning to whatever you see as you moving towards your goal. That is the only thing that will serve you. The only exception to this is if you come up against something that that strikes like a lot of discomfort within you, and that you might think that, like, you know, this is a sign that I should back off from, you know, what I'm currently doing. If you get that kind of inspiration and intuition, then back off. But generally everything else, these little things, instead of trying to, like, you know, confuse yourself about what they might mean potentially, just give them a positive meaning and affirm to yourself that this means that I'm closer to my goal, that I'm manifesting my desired reality. And you will continue to move forwards towards it. Realize that you are the chooser of your experience. You are the now which has infinite potential realities within it simultaneously. So you decide what you want things to be. Again, there's no outside universe giving you things. It's just you giving yourself whatever you have asked for, consciously or unconsciously. Not what your little small self has asked for, what your higher self, the real you, has asked for. How to contact your higher self? Become silent, disengage from the personality, the world. Get deeper in meditation. Grow your realization of the self, you know, when I talked about it in the first question. So with signs, just attribute them a positive meaning and keep moving forward. All right. And I think that is all the questions. Actually, I think we have one more. I think we do have one more. Okay, one last one, okay? So this is by Sage, and it's, Sunny, you do a great job explaining the process of regulating your thoughts to reach your destination, but could you please make a video on how to have the desire to chase your desire? I'm not asking for a motivational video. I believe that deep down we already have this drive, but is there a spiritual process to uncover this? How to have the desire to chase your desire and go after what you want. The very nature of desire is that it drives you from point A to point B. Like, if you didn't have a desire to grow and better yourself and grow in your spiritual understanding, you wouldn't be watching this video. So know that the driving force behind desire is what gets you to do anything. If you didn't have the desire to drink water, you wouldn't drink water. So desire is the driver for your evolution, for the universe. And let's not get confusing with, you know, desire, intention. Yes, I know that that's a difference, but let's just stay with desire for now, okay? So how to have the desire to chase your desire. If you don't have the desire to chase your desire, or to achieve or manifest your desire, then you have to get real with yourself and ask yourself if what you want is what your heart truly wants. And what do I mean by this? So when it's often something that has been conditioned within your mind. So let's just say you have a desire to make 60K. So let's just say you have a desire to have a job and make 60K. Why 60K? Because everybody in your town has a job and makes 60K. So you see, that's a desire that has been conditioned within your mind based on comparison with other people around you. And that is not something that the heart truly desires. So that's a desire that you may not have that much motivation towards, like that much drive towards, because it's not something your heart truly came here into this lifetime for. It is just something that you have been, deluded towards. You just want it because you see other people have it. So now you're going for it. There's so many desires of ours that are just on a deeper level derived from comparison with our peers, our communities. So as long as you are chasing your mind's desires, you will have less motivation, you will have less drive, and you will not follow through. And even if you do, you will come up against so many obstacles and hardships. And then you might still fail to have those desires. Why? Because your heart just won't allow it. It doesn't want it. So how to have the desire to chase your desire? Get clear on what you want. And this is an inner process that you have to do. You have to, really maybe even like isolate yourself for a while to just get to know yourself. Most people don't even know themselves. I didn't even know myself until I started meditating, and I started taking my attention away from outside back in and just exploring my own interests, my own thoughts, my own desires. What makes me truly happy, rather than what I thought I had to do, rather than what society told me that I should be doing. All of those are fake desires, false desires, as we call in reality transurfing. So once you are following your heart's true desires, there is no question of not having drive. Why do I make daily videos? Why am I on this process? Why am I trying to, how am I building all of this? It might be small scale compared to many other people, but I don't want what other people have. This is what I want. This is what I'm building. This is my heart's true desire. And I'm able to do it, and I'm able to follow through with it. And everybody you see on YouTube, having their own channels, and all these singers who are working so hard, and all these actors and whatnot, because they're acting on their passion, what their heart truly desires, what they came here to do. So realize you have to, that's something that you just have to do. Find out, what do you truly want in this lifetime? And start to follow that. Once you do, there's nothing stopping you. You won't feel this hold that will kind of hold you back and just keep you back, not without giving you motivation. You will always have motivation. You will always have drive. All right. So get clear on what you want. So I think that is all the time that we have, and that is all the questions we have. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have more questions, put them in the comment section below, and I'll get to them in my next Q&A. I hope you enjoyed this. I enjoyed doing this. If you haven't yet seen the Accelerated Reality Masterclass, click the link in the description box below and watch it for absolutely free. Okay? Learn to accelerate the time between your desire and manifestation. All right. So other than that, subscribe to this channel, and I will see you in the next video.